Hello, and welcome to String Training. This week, we will cover my arrangement of We Can Work It Out by the Beatles. First thing, place your capo on the 2nd fret, and let's get into the chords used. We have a C major for the verse, and a B flat 9. B flat 9, in this case, I am barring across the 1st fret, getting string 5 and string 2, plus my 3rd finger provides the 3rd fret on string number 4. So that's 5, 4, and 2 being played, just like that. Alright, so let's put those two chords together to form the verse. The verse is 3 measures long, and then we repeat that to give us a total of 6. So we have obviously I played a little bit of melody there, but that's not needed. You could just strum through using the chords. Moving on to the chorus. The chorus has 3 different chords. We have an F and a C, plus an F and a G for the 2nd measure. Only 2 measures in this chorus. Measure number 1. Alright, and that gets us to the bridge. I'm going to call it the bridge anyway. It's an A minor, an A minor slash G, which you could fret just like I just did with my 4th finger. I think within the arrangement I use my 4th finger to play some melodies, so it becomes more of an A minor 7 slash G. This grip is very similar to a C chord. There's also some Fs and E's, the F being a full bar chord, again because of some of the melody. Sometimes my 4th finger provides some melody, and what happens is my 3rd finger comes down and grabs the note that I leave with my 4th finger, and then that 4th finger comes in and does what it needs to do, usually this 3rd fret on string number 2. Okay, there are some other variations on your A minor chords where the bass note changes, meaning A minor slash G, A minor slash F, and then A minor slash E. And that concludes our chord set. Let's get on to the melody provided. The verse, most of the melody is string number 2, with the occasional hammer up to that 3rd fret, always done with the 4th finger. So measure number 2, a little variation. I started on string number 4. So most of the vocal melody is actually embedded in this chord. Getting us to measure number 3, where that B flat comes in. Hold on to that note right there. You were just holding it just a moment ago, and we grab the B flat chord. Do a pull with your 4th finger back to the C. So that would be a great way to work your way through this, kind of getting familiar with the rhythms and the melody. So just playing the underlying harmony and then focusing on the actual melody. Okay, now the alternating thumb that occurs in the very 1st verse is strings 5 and 4 within the C chord, the same for the B flat 9. Okay, moving on to the chorus where we're playing the F, and here that melody is pretty much the same for each measure. I'm doing a bar of the 1st and 2nd string in the 1st fret, using my 4th finger to reach up, grab the 3rd fret, do a very quick pull. Measure number 2. Now that occurs over the F and the C plus the F and the G, meaning there's the C, back to that F, G. And again, I'm providing the alternating bass. With the F chord, it's strings 4 and 3. For the C, it's 5 and 4. And finally, the G would be 6 and 4. You get the idea. Moving on to the bridge of the piece. Now, by the time I get to the bridge, I'm applying the bass and the snare technique. Now, the bass and the snare technique, essentially, let's focus on what happens usually with the bass. I'm going to line my fingers up, string 5 with the thumb, 1, 2, and 3 on strings, 1, 2, and 3. And I pull them all together into the hand. Make sure we're not moving from our elbow. All the movement comes from our fingers, and the wrist is going to come down at the same time, giving us the bass drum. Now, if a melody occurs on a snare drum, meaning the thumb coming down on the strings, the middle and A, or third finger, will strum downwards at the same time. So you may want to focus on just the bass technique for a little while. So that's an A minor chord. And then focus on the snare technique with the strumming. Alright. So most of our melody is string number 1, so we're just jamming on an A minor chord. The melody does change to that 3rd fret, and at that point I get the G in the bass, going to the F chord, a pivot, again watch my 4th finger come in and get that melody, always getting that 2nd fret, 2nd string, 3rd fret. And here's where that bass movement underneath that A minor chord comes in, and then we just repeat. Kind of get the idea. A pretty straightforward arrangement. Essentially, I woke up yesterday morning and that tune kind of fell out of the guitar, so I recorded it for you, and I thought I'd share. Good luck, and thanks for joining me. I'll catch you next week.